What is up guys, and welcome to another Red Dead Online video. Today I have got another money method, and hopefully this will probably be one of the last ones I do up until Tuesday, and then hopefully we can go and get some news about the summer update. But we'll see, there might be something that changes over the weekend, maybe something else comes up and I suddenly get an urge to do a money grind. But for today we are mixing dynamic events with locations where you can go and pick up jewelry as well as some other good stuff, and also if all of that fails we end up going to do a stranger mission, as well as there are some other locations along the side where you can just do some general hunting. So this is the route that I have drawn up for you if you are looking to go and do this method. It is located around the roads, but it also goes all the way over to Saint Denis, so the whole area of Lemoyne. Normally what happens when I go into a lobby is that I go and spawn all the way over in Tumbleweed, and then I go and fast travel to Rhodes. That way there isn't that many people once I get to Rhodes, and then also go and put defensive on just so I cannot get griefed. From there I make my way all the way down to Braithwaite Manor and I loot what I can find. Despite how big Braithwaite Manor is, there isn't too much to go and get. The valuables that I always get is as soon as you walk through the door, go right, you can find some fine brandy on the side. Most likely at some point I will definitely use that, and then I go all the way up to the second floor, and on that first door on the left you will be able to go and find yourself a piece of jewelry which goes for a decent amount, maybe one, maybe two, maybe even pushing $3. After that I leave Braithwaite Manor and I make my way down to here. This is the first location where you can go and find a dynamic event. If the dynamic event triggers, make sure you take your time with it. Just go off, do a bit of hunting wherever it is you want to go and do a bit of hunting. You have roads, you can go all the way up to Saint Denis if you want. If you actually go all the way down to Shady Bell, that is actually a very good location to go and hunt, and it is also the location that I would be heading to if a dynamic event didn't trigger. But if the dynamic event did trigger, take your time, just go off, do a bit of hunting, wait until the last 30 seconds of that dynamic event, and then that is when you go and complete it. That way you'll be making the most money, the most gold, and also the most XP. A timer will not pop up straight away, you need to wait 15 minutes and then a 5-minute timer will pop up, and that is a sign of when you should start heading to the location to go and drop off the stranger. If a dynamic event doesn't trigger, that is when you do go and head all the way over to Shady Bell. That location is very good for one of two reasons. The first reason is that it is great hunting ground. You can get a lot of different alligators, you can get birds that fly over, and also you can go and get boars at that location. Kill everything you come across and store it on your horse. Another good reason is because you also have a gang hideout there. It doesn't trigger every single time, but if it does trigger, make sure you go and take everyone out, go and loot their bodies. The reason you want to go and take them out and go and loot their bodies is because you do have a chance of getting a treasure map. It's not guaranteed. I would say probably you would have a 1% chance of getting a treasure map, but you need to be in it to win it. So make sure you are looting every single body. After going to that location, make sure you head all the way back up to Rhodes and go to Trelawney's mission. At this point you can choose whether or not you want to go and do the Trelawney mission. I have had a problem in the past where every time I go and do a Trelawney mission, it ends up just crashing and I cannot go into it. Every time I do go into it, the game freezes, gets disconnected. It is not good for me. So instead what I end up doing is just going into his little cabin, his little trailer, and you will find a money sack inside which is $3. Just go and pick that up and then go and head to Mattock Pond. Mattock Pond has a little cow farm right beside it, and there you can go and kill a bunch of different cows. All you have to do at that point is go and skin him, go and drop the hide, and you'll have the beef meats within your satchel. It's really beneficial to go to this location because it does not take too long to go and stock up on all the meats, and you'll get a full satchel of pretty much anything that you can get from a cow. It's also very highly likely that you'll get a perfect hide, and there you have a choice. You can either keep that perfect hide on, or you can just ditch it, which is what I do. The reason I ditch it is because the next two locations are dynamic events, and if you go and get one of these dynamic events, you more or less want someone to be on the back of your horse just because you can be a lot quicker. And with where we're going, if you do go and get one of those dynamic events, is we're going to be heading all the way over to Blue Water Marsh and at the top of Saint Denis, just because of the different animals that you can hunt in that location. Same as the previous dynamic event that we had at the bottom of Braithwaite Manor. With these ones, take your time, do the exact same thing. Just go off, do hunting for 15 minutes. After those 15 minutes, you'll get a 5 5-minute timer. Once that 5-minute timer pops up, that is when you start heading to the location to go and complete the dynamic event. Do not complete it any time other than the last 30 seconds, because that way you'll be making the most money, most gold, and most XP. To end this all off, I head all the way over to the left side of roads. There you can go and get another dynamic event, except this time it is a camp ambush, and then you also have another gang hideout. Just like the previous gang hideout, with both of these, whether it be the gang ambush or the gang hideout, make sure you go and kill everyone, and make sure you go and loot everyone's body. That way you are increasing the chances of getting yourself a treasure map from looting bodies. At that point, that is when I start going back to Rhodes and I go and sell everything at the butcher. There is also a fence at Rhodes, so you can go and sell all the different jewelry that you managed to get, which would be from the Braithwaite Manor, as well as if you looted any bodies, you'll probably go and get maybe some bits of jewelry here and there. The thing that you'll most likely get is a belt buckle, so you can go and sell that for a couple dollars at the fence. The good thing about this route is that there is a backup plan. There are a lot of different stranger missions within this location, and some of them take some time, which means they're giving out good money. So what you're going to be doing if you do not get a dynamic event, you're going to end up just going to do some of these stranger missions. The ones that I always go to are Black Bell, you then have Trelawney, and then you also have Thomas, which is at Blue Water Marsh. I've always been a bit skeptical of Trelawney, as for the reason what I said earlier, where I just go into it and sometimes I disconnect. So normally I always go to Black Bell or Thomas, but I know Trelawney gives out good money, so if you aren't having that problem, definitely go over to Trelawney and do that mission. But that's only if you can't get a dynamic event. Dynamic events actually offer more money, more gold, and more XP than what a stranger mission would. But anyway guys, that is the money method that I'll be using for this week, trying to get as much money as I can before that summer update drops. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going, so see ya.